Hi everybody, this is Oksana. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a ring with a tiny faceted stone. So this is just a ring that I made before for practice, and then this is the ring that we are going to be making in this video. It has a tiny little faceted citrine stone. So if you want to see how to make it, just keep watching. The wire that I'm going to be using is some 20 gauge square copper wire from Rio Grande. It looks like this. It's dead soft and you just need one piece of it. So the piece that I cut myself is about 16 inches and it varies slightly with the ring size that you want to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here on 7.5. So this is my ring mandrel, and this is where you select the size that you want to make. So what you want to do is you want to bend it around. I'm going to bring it back to the front so you can see better. And then you want to bend it, like keep bending it like this. So I'm just bringing it around again so you can see. And then finally, when the wires have gone all the way around, it'll look like this. There'll be like a ring in the middle, and then you'll have both of these wires. So it'll be like 3, like this. And what you want to do is you want to take one of your wires here and just start curving it. Put like a little curve in it downwards, and then take the next wire, and I'm also going to bend it like this. Then I'm going to come back to this one and just kind of gently bend them one at a time until you got it nice and tight. So here's what that looks like. I'm going to take it off the ring mandrel here to show you. Alright, now I'm just going to put it back on. So I'm just going to keep going with it. And then what I'm going to start to do, so once the wire started up here, it has gone down and then all the way back up. Same with this one, it started down here, then we kind of bent it up and then all the way back down. So once you get to that point, what you want to do, and it doesn't matter which one of these you go with, but one of them we're gonna work with and the other one we're gonna leave alone. So I'm just gonna work with this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create place for my faceted stone to sit, because faceted stones have a point going down, and so the point needs to like go into something. So I've wrapped this around now, kind of all the way around like this, and it's made like a little circle. And if I take my faceted stone, it's not going to stay put in there, of course, but if I take that little point, here's my stone, by the way, I think I haven't showed it to you yet. It's got, you know, the normal little point like a faceted stone does from the front. It's round, it's a citrine, it's about 5 millimeters. I got it from Maya Crystal's store on Facebook. He's got a lot of different stones, but this particular one is a citrine, and I'm gonna just put the point of it into that little round space there that we created, so the point has somewhere to sit. And now I'm just pressing down on it to hold it, and I'm wrapping this wire around, so you might have to just kind of turn the whole thing. And just tightly wrap the wire around your stone. So I'm going to let it go. And you can see the stone sitting there, but it will fall out if I don't press down on it. So just keep going. And then at some point, you're going to notice that now this wire is coming up onto the edges of your faceted stone. And that's what we're going for. That's how we're going to trap it in. So once the wire is high enough, it's starting to grasp the edges of your stone. And it's starting to create like a little window, and your stone, if the window, is on the edge, then the stone will be able to pop out. You can also look at it from the side like this. So here I see it trapping the edge of the stone. And here as well. So the stone is kind of secure now. Let's check. Yeah, it doesn't come out. It's being trapped. So what we want to do, this will help trap it even further, but it's also a decorative feature. We're going to make a little swirl with this wire here. So I'm just pressing down on it, and I'm making just a tiny, I know, sorry, I'm blocking it with my finger, but that's the only way that I can swirl it. You can kind of use your pliers maybe now at this point. Once you've got the swirl started, you can use your pliers to kind of make it smaller, because you want it to be small and not cover up too much of the stone. But it's also going to help trap your stone in, because it's holding, it's like on the stone, so it's holding the stone on that side anyways. So as long as it's being trapped well here on the other edges, and then this traps it on this edge, your stone should hold well. You can always look and see how well it's doing, and you can also squish like the edges this way as well if the stone is too loose in there. So this part takes like a little bit of practice in getting the hang of just trapping the stone in this way. All right, so my stone is trapped. I have the little loop there, have this wire coming this way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this other wire, I'm going to bring it, I'm just going to pull on it tightly so you can't really see it. It gets kind of hidden under there until I bring it around so that it will line up with this wire here. So once it's lined up, there's like a tiny bit of spacing between the two of them. I'm going to press down on my stone so it just, nothing moves out of place, and I'm going to bend the two wires together like this until they kind of swoop all the way around like this. Here's what it looks like from the side. So now I'm going to remove the ring from the mandrel. I'm going to hold this, and maybe one at a time would be easier, but I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to bend them this way. And now I'm just going to cut them and give myself a little tail end here so that I can tuck them away So what I'm gonna do for tucking them away, so if you can see here, these two wires have a gap, a space between them. So when you take one of them and you bend it kind of down into the ring itself, you can see it there, and then you like close it up, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be pressed into itself. Like the wire is gonna touch itself right here, like it went around this one wire like that. So that way it's nice and smooth here on the inside of the ring. You'll see it better with this one here. See the little end of it right there? So I'm just pressing it down, down, down. And now I'm just gonna kind of close up that loop. So now the wire end is out of the way. This part is smooth. There's nothing in here. So it's comfortable. And the wire ends are completely hidden away. And here's what the ring looks like. Now, one optional thing you can do that's a little bit tedious, but you could get some half-round wire in like a 24 or 22 gauge, and you can wrap the half-round wire around this band. Now, because the band is already made, you would have to cut yourself just a really long piece and then just wrap it, like put it in and out. It's not quite as easy as wrapping around, you know, just a wire, because this band is complete. It's a little tricky. So I'm gonna show you what that would look like on this other ring that I made. So I wrapped it around, and then when I got to here, because the wires naturally separate, to finish it off, I just wrapped it around just a single wire there, as you can see, and I did that on the other side as well. So here's what it would look like with a wrapped up band. It kind of keeps the wires together here, whereas here you have a little gap between them. But if you start wrapping around them, they kind of squish together like this, except for when you get to the part that touches the stone, then they stay separate. So it's just a different look. Some people might like it better because it might feel more sturdy to them. So that's just an optional step that you can do if you wanted to. So this is just another ring that I made in the same design. It's just a slightly smaller size. So that's it. That is my faceted tiny stone ring tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.